Today I wanted to start a series on going through each of the planets and talking about the ways in which we can strengthen the health of these planets. There's many different options and remedies to use, so I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite ones for each planet. I decided to start with Venus today because today is Friday, which is the day ruled by Venus, so I figured what better way to honor the planets than to start with the one on the day we are on, and we'll talk about that for sure as well. So when it comes to Venus, there's a couple qualities we want to look at, and what Venus tends to rule is going to be art, music, beauty, passion. All the more aesthetic and beautiful things in life are Venus qualities. So we can look at how this shows up in our life, whether we are an artist or not. If we're filled with joy, creativity, devotion, these type of things, then we know that our Venus is probably acting really well for us. Some simple ways we can look at to see if it's unhealthy, whether that comes through a placement in the chart itself or maybe just a planetary transit in the sky, which happens quite frequently too. We can see if we are feeling more insensitive, lacking maybe some sort of refinement or appreciation of art, or maybe even just the way our family members or people in our lives are showing up in artistic ways that we're not appreciating. So love, affection, attitudes where we feel maybe more aggressive, angry, irritable easily, these type of things, this will kind of point us to Venus not maybe being so happy. Venus is also what they call the karaka, or indicator of relationships particularly. So look at your interpersonal relationships with maybe your significant other, maybe just your family and things like that. Usually more so significant others, partnerships and things like that. If you see some trouble happening in these areas of your life too, it's a good indication that maybe Venus is asking for some help here. Another way that we can see Venus maybe causing some issues is going to be in the physical body as well. Venus rules the urinary tract, it rules the reproductive organs, it rules the kidneys. So these are all areas that we may find ourselves with issues in. These could be major things like fibroids or a UTI or something like this, or they may be frequent urination or having to wake up multiple times in the middle of the night to urinate. These are all things that are linked with the health of our Venus in our chart. So watch this too. Watch it on the physical level. Keep an eye on the reproductive organs, your sexual health, maybe even your libido, things like this. These are all point to Venus issues. And just to reiterate, the way that Venus can be afflicted is going to come through a placement in a chart. So if it shows up in your chart with other what they call malefic or bad acting planets, Sun, Rahu, Saturn, Mars, things like this, that can cause some ill effects of Venus. Depending on the house that Venus is in your chart, some of the rougher houses are going to be the 6th house, the 8th house, and the 12th house. These are areas where Venus is not always so happy at. Or like I said, it may just come through a transit in the sky. So wherever Venus is sitting in your chart in relationship to the sky at a certain time may cause some temporary problems with your Venus. So a couple really simple and fun remedies I like to do is to start with colors. So Venus rules all things beauty, so it rules very nice fabrics, high quality items, things like this. This is things that Venus really tends to like. It also rules multiple colored things, multicolored things, floral prints. That's why I got this shirt on today. It rules sparkly things, rainbow prints, all these kind of more wild colors. So anything that you have that kind of has a lot of flair, those are things that Venus tends to like. Also, again, nice quality clothes, well put together, nice aesthetic, well dressed. These are all types things that correspond to a good, healthy Venus. So if you're having some issues with Venus in your life, think about the outfits that you're wearing, the colors that you're wearing, and this is one way to address this. Gemstones are another one. This is a little bit more complicated of a subject, so I won't go too deep here. It's really best to see somebody to get a really specific recommendation on which gemstone is going to be best for you, which finger to wear it on, which hand, etc. But in general, diamonds are the primary stone of Venus. So quite expensive gems, beautiful gems. If you have some diamonds and you want to improve your Venus, go ahead and sport those. There's also what they call uparatnas, which are auxiliary stones or something like this, right? And the main ones that are very easy to find are going to be quartz, so pretty common, pretty cheap. So this is a nice one to substitute. Generally, you want to get a little bit bigger stone. You want it to be well cut. You want it to be clean, in good condition. You don't want any chips or cracks, things like this in these. So, and if you're going to wear it in a ring or something like that, they usually recommend at least 2 carats. And usually these Uparatna stones, they usually require a little bit bigger stones. So I also just sometimes will keep something like this on my altar, or maybe on a windowsill or something like that. It's another good way to use these stones. White topaz is also another one. If you're going to put on a stone, the best day to do this is to be on a Friday. So since Venus rules Friday, you want to, the first time you put that stone on your body, either on a necklace or a ring, something like this, would be on a Friday. We can also use herbs to correct an unhealthy Venus. And when it comes to plants and things like this, Venus loves all floral scents, anything that's naturally beautiful and has a nice fragrant smell. So a couple of my favorites are rose, jasmine, geranium. These are all flowers that have wonderful, vibrant smells that you can wear. You can wear this as an essential oil on your body. You can put these flowers in your house. Pretty much any flower, too, is a great way to, if you get a jar of flowers or something like this, is a great way to honor Venus. So wear fragrant scents. Any of these essential oils are very nice. It's best to use the natural ones. I don't recommend perfumes and things like that. They have all kinds of chemicals and things like that that aren't healthy versions of Venus. So we can also use herbs that tonify the reproductive organs or the urogenitary tract. So common ones that I like a lot are shatavari. This is pretty easy to find. Also, there's a Chinese herb, dong gui, that's very, very nice for most reproductive issues, particularly with women. Aloe vera is another really good one. So these are really simple ones that you can find in most health food stores. And you can take this in little bits. Again, if you're going to take this one day a week, Friday would be the day to do this. If you would like to use a mantra, there's many, many, many mantras that we can use, but the primary one that we'd use for Venus is going to be Om Shukraya Namaha. Forgive my pronunciation on that. But you can chant this 108 times is a nice number to use. If you're going to pick one day to do it, do this on a Friday. But otherwise, chant it all day long whenever you like. There's also on YouTube some great videos and things like that, so you can have someone with a nice, beautiful voice chant some Venus mantras as well. The deity that rules Venus is Lakshmi, and Lakshmi is a very beautiful deity. And the ways we can honor Lakshmi is to have a picture of her on the wall. In the southeast corner would be a nice area of your house to have a picture of her. You can have tea candles, you can offer sweets, lights, things like this. Have a very nice, beautiful kind of presentation wherever you have your altar, or a picture of Lakshmi is a very good way to bring this Venus energy into your life. And so again, we want to bring in the kind of more higher elements of this vibration. So the lower elements or the lower vibrations of Venus are going to be very sensual. Not that sensuality is bad by any means, but it's going to be in a very materialistic or kind of maybe shallow way. So all the bling and all the fun stuff and all that, when you see some of these like TV shows, people running around in fancy cars and have their hair done up and showing off all the jewelry and things like that, this would be like kind of a lower vibration of Venus, right? So we want to tap in more into like the universal love quality of Venus and the universal appreciation of beauty, sharing beauty with others. Divine beauty, so to speak, right? So Lakshmi is a great vehicle to bring you individually closer to this type of energy with Venus. Again, Friday is the big day, so whenever I'm giving remedies to people, if we need to strengthen the Venus in their chart, I always recommend Friday being a good day to do this. So making art, making music, going to see art or music, beautifying your home, cleaning your space, bringing flowers into your space. Very, very simple ways that you can honor Venus and strengthen a weak Venus in your chart. It's great remedies too if you're looking to bring love into your life, right? So if you want the love, you have to build the love foundation around you. I also always recommend donations are a great way in Jyotish to work with remedies. So since Venus rules women, you can always do some work with donating time, money to women's shelters or causes that help to uplift women in the world. So many, many, many organizations these days that will do that type of work, and this is the perfect energy to strengthen your own Venus as well. So Those are just a couple really simple things that you can do. I'm going to keep going with this series and work through all the planets. I wanted to start here with Venus. If you'd like a consultation, please get in touch with me. You can find my website, my Facebook, Instagram. I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to keep making more. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll keep going. Thanks so much, guys. Take care.